Everyone tells you the first 100,000 is the hardest. They're wrong. The real inflection point isn't six figures. It's $20,000. Not because of the math, though the math is brutal, but because of what happens to your nervous system the moment you cross it. Below 20 grand, you're operating in financial survival mode. Above it, your brain finally exhales, and that's when wealth building actually begins. Let's strip away the motivation. This isn't about discipline, it's about cognitive bandwidth. Behavioral economists call it scarcity tunneling. When your liquid reserves sit under $5,000, your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for long-term strategy, is hijacked by short-term threat detection. You accept lowball offers. You ignore side income leverage. You panic sell during market dips. You're not making poor choices. You're making survival choices. But at 20,000, roughly 3 to 6 months of baseline expenses for the average American, the threat signal drops. Your brain switches from, how do I survive next week, to, how do I allocate this capital? That's not a mindset hack. That's neurobiology. And it changes three things instantly. First, your decision architecture rewires. You stop optimizing for $3 coffee savings and start optimizing for $30,000 career moves. Your mental energy shifts from micro-friction to macro leverage. Think about it. When you're broke, a sudden car repair is a catastrophe. When you're liquid, it's a line item. That mental space is where high-yield decisions live. You negotiate salaries from strength. You say no to toxic clients. You invest in skills that compound instead of gigs that cap out. The market doesn't reward effort, it rewards optionality, and 20,000 is the price of admission. Second, compound interest stops being theoretical and starts being mechanical. Saving your first 20,000 at $1,000 a month takes roughly 18 to 20 months. But because that base is now generating 7 to 10% annual returns, your next 20,000 arrives 2 to 3 months faster. By the time you hit 100,000, your portfolio is adding $800 to $1,000 monthly without you lifting a finger. The work stays identical, the output accelerates. That's not magic, that's momentum. And momentum is what separates people who chase money from people who attract it. Third, your opportunity radar turns on. When you're illiquid, every unexpected expense looks like a threat. When you're funded, every threat looks like an option. A friend needs seed capital for a vetted side venture. You can actually evaluate the ROI instead of scrolling past. A rental property hits the market below comps. You run the numbers instead of fantasizing. Your boss mentions an unpaid certification that unlocks a senior tier. You weigh the long-term yield instead of making excuses. This is what wealthy people mean when they say money goes to money. It's not cosmic favoritism. It's that liquidity buys you time to evaluate, and time is where asymmetric returns live. Here's where most people self-sabotage. They hit 20,000, feel the psychological relief, and immediately monetize the feeling. New car payment, upgraded lease. I've earned it. Don't. That 20,000 isn't a reward for good behavior. It's an engine. If you drain it, you reset your brain back to survival mode. The tunnel vision returns, the panic decisions come back. Instead, lock it in a high-yield vehicle, automate your contributions, and treat it as your financial oxygen mask. You don't touch it until it's working for you. So how do you actually get there without burning out? You don't need a second job. You need a liquidity protocol. I've built a free 20K threshold tracker that maps your exact runway, strips out leak expenses, and auto-calculates your compound ignition date. Links in the description. Drop a comment with your current liquid reserve number. I'll reply with a custom acceleration tactic. And if this shifted how you see money, hit subscribe. Next week, I'm breaking down why your 401k is leaking wealth and how to plug it. Your first 20,000 isn't just savings, it's your financial nervous system resetting. Build it, protect it, and I'll see you in the next one.